I chose to do this because so many people is battling depression or whatnot, and I just wanted to show my support that even the lesbian gays who do not have family or anything, they're strangers out there to be your family. I've rocked the boat of depression. I am a married woman, but like I was just mentioning, people they are so against it because they're afraid of it, and I don't know what they're afraid of. That's just like a lot of men. My husband, for one, he just gets aggressive towards it. And I'm like, why? Like, if you really comfortable with your sexuality, especially a lot of men, straight men, they're the main ones that are so hard about it. If you comfortable with your sexuality, what are you getting so mad about what somebody else choose to do? Like, that ain't cool. Not that he would disrespect a lesbian, gay, or bisexual man or transgender. He's like me. You respect me, I respect you. He just disagrees. Put it that way. Um, but he ain't in nobody business. But that's just part of my story to y'all who actually caught the beginning part of my story. To people who's afraid, and that's why they disapprove or shun against your sexuality. But again, I did this look and supported you, and it's also going to make my 11-year-old daughter who loves unicorns so excited to see the rainbow on my face. Um, she don't know about the LGBT rainbow, but she into unicorns. So yeah. So I hope this beginner look with all eyeshadow was something to set off another beginner like myself who was struggling like, oh, how can I get this look? So I hope this was something to inspire you all of how you can do something for the rest of the month of June. Now I also want to do a rainbow eyeshadow look. So I got a whole lot of rainbow looks that I got in mind because I love the rainbow. This is just a beginner friendly rainbow brow tutorial slash video that I just wanted to do for the Pride Month.
So right here I'm just applying MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot to help prime my lids after I lay down the glue stick, so that way the next jumbo pencil it can lay better, and just so that the colors can pop since I'm using bright colors. And now you can see me just trying to white out my brows pretty much with the next Milk Jumbo pencil. And even though I glue, basically, quote unquote, I glue my eyebrow hairs down and I'm going over top of it with the white pencil, I can still see my brows through it. So I just followed the natural shape of my brows, like how you would normally fill in your brows, with the natural color. That's what I did here, because I could still see the shape of my brows and the hair. So it wasn't like I was completely starting over from scratch with absolutely nothing. And I'm just using a beauty sponge to blend that product out, because when I applied it, it came out like a textured look, kind of like holes in it. So I just wanted it to be completely smooth for the eyeshadow to stick to. So here I'm just packing on that yellow shade, and the yellow that I'm using is from out of the Crown Case palette. And you don't want to blend any other colors because you don't want to lose any other pigment on it. So that's what I'm doing here, is just going to keep packing. And I'm outlining my brows from the top and the bottom, and then I fill in. And I'm just outlining the bottom of my brows to create the shape of it, like the natural shape. And I'm going to outline the top as well. And then I'm going to use a pencil brush, which I had actually did not do with the yellow because I wanted it to have kind of like hair-like streaks. But as you can see, I'm packing that orange color in with a pencil brush. And that just helps give it more pigmented and also makes it quicker to save time. So that's why I chose to do that. Now we're going in with red. The red also comes from out of the Crown Case. The Crown Case palette, box of crowns. And with this red, I'm actually using that to create my arch, as you can see. And then the purple comes from the Zulu palette, Juvia's Place Zulu palette. And I'm using the purple to create my wing. Well, my tail end of my brow, not wing. And when you're doing these colors, you do want to kind of use your brush to kind of blend the colors in, but you don't want to like brush them through. Just kind of fill them in so that way they mend together, if that makes sense. And that's our right brow. And that's what I'm doing here, is going back blending those colors so there's no harsh lines or like any gaps at all. Yeah, show what I'm talking about there. Alright, on to the left brow. We're going to prime that with a shader brush with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Then we're going to go over top of that with the NYX Milk Jumbo Pencil and use a beauty blender or either beauty sponge just to blend it out to give it that smooth base. And don't worry about the halo look that I got going on. You see like the white, the little cloud, looks like a cloud look, the rainbow in the clouds. Because we're going to clean that up with concealer. And since I was not doing like an eyeshadow look, I just went in, at the end you will see that I just went in with my Skin Tone concealer just to clean that up, to get rid of that white from the brow pencil. Now on this eye is going to be our warm shade, so we're dragging that yellow from the Box of Crayons palette right over onto that left brow. And on this one I'm actually using a pencil brush to pack that color in. I actually made it more pigmented, as you can see. Now we're going in with the green. The green come from the Box of Crayons palette. The shade is actually labeled as green. Outline the bottom, outline the top, fill it in with that pencil brush. And I'm using the same pencil brush. I'm just wiping it off on like a makeup face wipe. And it's as well as with my angle brush, is using a makeup face wipe just to wipe the colors off. And then the next color, I actually grabbed the Morphe 35B palette for the blue. Because the Box of Crayons palette, it had a shimmer blue, and the Zulu palette did not have a blue. So unfortunately I had to bring in a third palette. I was trying to keep it actually to one palette or two palette, but yeah, I had to bring in a third palette, and which is the Morphe 35B, and I used the darkest blue in that palette. But whatever blue that you have, you can absolutely use it. And I went back into the Zulu palette for the tail end of my brows to grab up that purple. And you see how I still have like the line of demarcation on each color on that left brow? That's what I'm going to end up going back to clear up with the brush to try to blend those colors in so that way they just run into each other. That's what I'm doing there. Any fallout, like, you know, you go outside the lines, that's okay. Because again, we're going to clean it up with concealer at the end. You can see how that blue and that green is hanging down at the bottom. I did a really good job on that right brow. On that right brow of keeping those colors in one line. Like, very neat. That left one, I struggle with that one because I'm right-handed, so I'm right eye dominant. Yeah. But I am using my, I believe I used I'm so sorry, the Tarte Shape Tape in Tan Sand. And my flat top Morphe brush. It's just my skin tone because like I said, this is only a brow look, nothing to do with my eyes whatsoever. I just had to get my makeup fixed in one night. It was late night when I did this look, and I wanted to get my makeup fixed in. And also I was antsy about getting this Pride brow look done as well. Because I just thought it was so pretty as I was seeing it, you know, all over the internet. And I love these Q-tips. They're makeup applicator Q-tips. with the flat end on it. And I use these even when I do my regular, like, natural color brows as well. It just helps blend that product out. But I am going to actually go back in with the concealer brush, because with all that product, the ochre paint pot right here, an Eco Tools concealer brush, with that soft ochre paint pot and that NYX Jumbo pencil, it was just so much product for that poor little Q-tip to handle. So I went in and used a thicker brush to help blend that out. And if you can see, like at the top and the bottom, I have still a little white lines going. I am going to go back in and fill that in. That's actually what I'm doing here, is to grab whatever color is needed and just go back on top of the little white. I didn't want to get too close to the brow with the concealer and mess it up. Just filling in those white patches that I didn't catch.
Your sexuality. But again, I did this look and supported you, and it's also going to make my 11-year-old daughter who loves unicorns so excited to see the rainbow on my face. She don't know about the LGBT rainbow, but she into unicorns. So yeah. So I hope this beginner look with all eyeshadow was something to set off another beginner like myself who was struggling, like, oh, how can I get this look? So I hope this was something to inspire you all of how you can do something for the rest of the month of June. Now I also want to do a rainbow eyeshadow look. So I got a whole lot of rainbow looks that I got in mind because I love the rainbow. Any palette that you have on hand, they got the rainbow colors in it. Go ahead, Google it. If you don't know what colors lay against what colors cool and warms, like I don't, Google the pride flag, exactly like I did. Yep, and do you know what colors lay against each other? So I hope y'all enjoy this video.